All right. All right. So thank you, everyone. We are ready for the solar plexus, Manipura. This is one of my favorite chakras. I love the color yellow. The solar plexus is about your willpower, your self-confidence. It's called the I am center of who you are. So those of us that have the Christian backgrounds, we know that I am is the strongest thing that you can say. So for this week, as we work on the solar plexus, whenever someone asks you, how are you? And you answer, I am. Think about what you're filling in the blank. Think about the power that that has and the vibration that that's sending out into the universe. A lot of different gurus and they will have different catchphrases that they use, right? I am, and then they will say better than I deserve, or I am divine and prosperous, and they will have different things that they can say. But if you are answering I am, the most powerful words in the universe, with tired, sad, grouchy, miserable, broke, unhappy, think about the energy that you're sending out right there. So if you can do one thing this week, I want you to think about how you are signing your letters to the universe with I am. Every time you say I am this week, I want you to notice what you filled in the blank with. And if it is something that is not of a highest possible vibration, I want you to stop and say, but I know that I am, and fill and change it around. So take that moment to course correct, because the solar plexus, the Manipura, this is all about how you shine your light in this world. And it says I am. That's the root of this chakra. It's I am powerful. I am confident. I am divinely guided, right? This is how we want our energy to be in this world right now. Its color is yellow. You can see that I'm wearing it. And when we think about yellow, think about the sun. Think about how bright the sun is. Think about the way the sun feels on your skin, how good it feels, how that light automatically connects to you. Those of us that live in where I do in the Northern Hemisphere, it's cold, it's dark, right? Around this, think about the winter times when the light isn't here as much. And think about how our energy shifts as we go in and inward. We're not with the light as much. Then as it comes to summertime, wherever that is for you, whatever the warmth is for you, how that shifts our energy. We all feel that kind of engine turning on, like, I'm here, the sun's on. But what I want us to start doing in this chakra is to think about your own light and the wheel that you have right inside of you. Now, Manipura is known for being a disc or a golden shield. The solar plexus is actually a group of nerve endings in your stomach. It's biology. It wraps around and it connects to your entire body. So the solar plexus not only has a physiology in your actual body, but it's also, think about it like a wheel in the center of your body that keeps the light within you circulating around and around and around. So the messages that you're sending with your I am messaging is going to be the energy that's circulating around. The element for this chakra is fire. So if you think about fire, fire is beautiful. It's warming. It's soft in candlelight, and it can also be destructive. It can destroy things, right? So we can be soft and gentle and warming to our lives, or we can be destructive and destroy ourselves. We can destroy our own lives with our own fire, with our own energy, with our own choices. So think about in your life right now, where are you shining the light in warmth and comfort? And where are you being destructive? Now, the symbol for the solar plexus is a circle with a downward triangle and the 10 petals of the lotus. Now, the beautiful thing about the 10 petals is when you study yoga, and I've just kind of studied a little bit here and there are 8 limbs of yoga. And there's also the prana within the body. So the 10 petals actually represent the different prana, or the different ways that our body relates to the world. The solar plexus is connected to excretion, right? That's an important, if we didn't poop, we wouldn't, like, it would be awful. People get very sick, they get blocked up, they go in the hospital, right? This is excretion. Letting go of what no longer serves you is a really important thing. It's connected to breathing. It's connected to sensing and feeling and breathing and blinking and our heart beating. It is basically the miraculousness of this human body. Like, if you think about it, all these things that we do without thinking about it, blinking our eyes, we don't think about it, right? We don't think about breathing. We don't think about our heart beating. Yet that's the structure of this miraculous body that we have. This is the prana that keeps our bodies moving in this world. And we do it without even thinking. Now, if one of those things stop, we know it, and we're in the hospital most of the time. So think, and the solar plexus is basically a bunch of different nerves that connect to our body. So think in this week about your body as an antenna, like a golden antenna to the great central sun of the universe. Think about all of the information that you're getting and all of the information that you're sending. Think about how miraculous it is for your body to be moving and doing these wonderful things. Now, one thing that I've noticed as a healer is when you're working on someone and there's a block, sometimes I will cough, sometimes I will sneeze, like, right, there's these visceral ways, burping. These are all connected to letting go of energy. So when we do these things in our body, especially, we're told, like, oh, it's embarrassing, right? Like, oh, excuse me, I'm so embarrassed. Oh. But these are normal, these are things that we need to be doing. And if we're not allowing ourselves to really move this energy through to release it, it is going to block up, and it is going to create dis-ease. It will create illness. So if there's a block in the solar plexus chakra, oftentimes it will manifest itself, or anywhere else in our bodies, but especially here, it will manifest itself in illness. So the harmony and health of your body right now is really something to be focusing on your light in this world, and focusing on how and where you are going to shine your light. Now, with this chakra, in terms of food, it's very much so connected to grains and pastas and fish. There's no meat with this, but there is fish. And I want you to think about the symbolism of bread. Bread is life, right? Bread is connected. The way that bread has been, it is from a grain and it's kneaded, and it's worked with, and it's baked, and it's sustaining, right? When you eat bread, you actually have symptoms, like in your brain, little hormones start going off, which are like joy hormones, essentially. That's why we all love our carbs, right? But this is a grain, because this is sustenance, this is survival, right? This is the food of life. And so we can overdo it. Most of us in America overdo the carbs. That's not to say they're bad, though. Everybody wants to cut out the carbs. Everybody wants to say, like, no carbs for me. Like, that's not good either, per se, because your body genuinely wants them and craves them, it should be considered a feast. It should be considered a celebration, because that's how your brain looks at it, as a feast, as a celebration. It's very comforting as well. Think about comfort foods. These, breads and pastas, these fit into the category of comfort foods. We are lighter, so we're not going to be eating the red meats, the chickens, the crustaceans, but we still have fish there for protein. Fish is also a symbol of obtaining wisdom, right? If you think about the salmon going upstream, this is there's that fish connection to attaining wisdom and connection. So think about it that way as well. Any foods that are connected to the solar plexus are going to be very they're going to be yellow, of course, in signature. Corn, grains, all these things are connected, but they're also about harvest. I always think of harvest in this time. I think of the energy that's there when we're shining our sun, when we're shining our bright, when we connect to the earth and to the rays of the sun. We have everything that's available to us. We have the vegetables, we have the fruit, we have the fish, we have all the things that we need. And with the solar plexus, it's very connected to scents, like citruses, like any lemons or limes or grapefruits. They're those citrusy smells. When you smell a citrus smell, like, it wakes you up, it gives you that little bit of energy. So again, that's when you smell something and you use an essential oil and you smell it, what happens is it goes right through your nose to the part of your brain, the amygdala, which is part of your the emotional center of your brain. So it immediately wakes you up. That's why essential oils are so good, right? Because they go right to that emotional part of your brain and they start working. They raise your vibration right away. Crystals are going to be very similar to the sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is a bridge between the root and the solar plexus. So there's a lot of overlapping here. If things came up for you in the sacral chakra, you can still be working on them in this chakra as well, from a different light. You be taking these things that came up and shining light on them and working through them and allowing yourself to feel the power and the beauty of that connection to the chakra. When I work with this chakra, the affirmation that I use the most is, I am worthy. I am worthy, because worthiness is not something that we're taught. Worthiness is something that we feel and experience, that we usually try to get from other people. We try to get, pleasing other people. It comes from that need of wanting to feel accepted, to feel loved, to feel worthy. Now, we are already worthy, and no other person is going to offer that or bring that to us. And that's the one thing in this chakra that I think is really important to think about. Think about yourself, and think about all the external people, opinions, voices that have come into your life over the years. Chances are, out of love, people have given you bad advice. They don't mean it. For them, it was good advice. They were giving you that advice from the standpoint of, if this was me, this is what I would do, because they love you and they want to keep you safe. But that doesn't mean that that was the right advice for you. So learning how to find your own wisdom is really important in the chakra, of being able to have discernment, being able to know when you are meant to act, when you are meant to do, and the path that you are meant to follow. And the hardest part about that is acknowledging no one else, no matter how much you love them and no matter how much they love you, they can't give you the advice. They can give you from their point of view and from their perspective. But if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Now, if you think about the solar plexus, it's basically, that area right underneath your ribs that's kind of soft. It's that soft point under your belly where your belly starts to your belly button. This is your gut feeling. If you have a gut feeling, this is coming from your solar plexus. This is coming from the antenna that is you. Your one way antenna to the divine is going, no, oh gosh, no, think about this. You've got a gut feeling in there. And I want you to think about all the times in life you've had that gut feeling and you haven't gone with it. And then think about the times you have had those gut feelings and you went with it. Difference, right? Feeling into it and knowing that that wisdom is for you, because honestly, if you start telling other people your plans or your dreams, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to be able to understand your one-way communication with divine, because it's your antenna. The only person who has that one-way resource, that antenna to the divine, is you, to your gut. So if your gut is saying something that's different from everybody else in the world, I hope that you will have the strength and courage and willpower to follow that wisdom that comes from your own. Now, that being said, the older we get, the more and more cut off we get from our intuition and our gut feelings. Because so many times we've said, nope, I'm not going to listen to you. So what happens is it starts to get numb. And we start to go, is that intuition? I don't know. Is that a right feeling? I don't know. Maybe I just ate too much bread. Maybe it's just not settling with me, right? We start to kind of talk away that intuitive nature of our body. Our bodies are antennas. If you have ever had the goosebumps, the hair raise up on your skin when someone's talking, think about that. That's like an antenna. That's like, yes, this is true. You're feeling you're feeling it. Like there's something vibrating inside of you that's vibrating as this is truth. And if our I am center is a wheel, is an antenna, it's connected to our skin, our feet, our bodies, our organs, everything that we feel and sense and know in this world, then our body has a knowing in it. And our body has ways of communicating to us. When we have dis-ease in our body, chances are that trauma, that thing emotional that created it, has possibly been trying to get your attention for a very, very long time. But we go, nope, we push it down, we push it down, we push it down, we push it down. If you think about anger is very much so connected to the solar plexus. When the solar plexus is not in balance, it is aggressive, it is mean, it is burst to anger, it's greedy, it's powerful, it's all the bad connections with power. That's a solar plexus that's out of balance. But you know what anger really is? It's grief from the sacral chakra that's been pushed down for so long that it erupts like a volcano. And it will emote through our anger, through our bodies, because it has to release at some point. It can't stay there forever. So while the sacral chakra is very soft and fluid with emotions, if it's pushed down, if it's dammed down, eventually it will erupt like a volcano. So if you think about your emotions, if you think about all the things that you've pushed down because they weren't appropriate, or the time wasn't right, or this or that, know that if you don't eventually allow those feelings to ebb and flow in a healthy, soft way, they will find you when you least expect it. And oftentimes it comes out as anger, and usually to the people that we love, right? Also, when we feel anger, when we have those eruptions, and I know this because I'm a fire sign, I do not have the best temper. I have a temper. Everybody knows it. But usually there's a trigger. And usually the trigger that comes from it is a boundary that someone crossed. And usually that boundary is something I didn't know was a boundary because I had ignored it for so long in my life. That when I get really angry, give yourself, if you can catch it before you get angry, that's an A+. If you can look at it afterwards and sort through your feelings and process it, that's good too. What you want to do is try to find out, wait, what happened there? And introspection is okay. We're not all Zen Buddhist masters, right? So we're going to have feelings and emotions. We're working on it. So for right now, if you get angry, if something happens, process your feelings, step away, do all the tricks that we know. You step away from the situation, you breathe, you ground, root chakra, right? You take those deep breaths, you bring your energy down, you put your down into the earth. Your sacral chakra, you take a bath, you take a shower, you feel your feelings, you allow yourself to release. And then you want to think about the solar plexus says, well, what's the gift in this for me? What's the gift in this experience that I just had? What is it trying to teach me? If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling upset, it's not right for you. There is a boundary that is being crossed. I realized and I had a whole big conversation with my daughter. I'm not the perfect mother. I hope my daughter never says that I'm a perfect mother, because I'm not. But I am very clear about the fact that I'm not to be put on a pedestal because I make mistakes all the time. I'm very honest and open, like, wow, I really messed up today and I raised my voice and I shouldn't have. But you know what? I was thinking about it, and I get sad or upset when this happens. And I'm sorry because I never communicated that boundary to you before. So you didn't know that. So that's why you didn't know that I would get upset with that, because honestly, I didn't even realize that that was important to me. A lot of times I will get upset at someone because they've crossed this huge invisible line that I didn't even know was there. And so it's my job to look back and go, what boundary have I not allowed to be in my life up until now? Because that means that I need to make sure I correct that right now. So there's a gift in this for me. There's a gift in me understanding that, when I don't want someone to do something, I can't let them. Usually what would happen is people would say, oh, and I would say, no, 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 no. And then people would say, yes, 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 yes. And finally I would give in. And then something would happen that would be bad. And I would get so mad. But I said yes. Why are you mad? It's because I let those boundaries be crossed without even realizing. So as much as the sacral chakra talked about yes and talked about how important it is to say yes and to be playful, to say joy. Now in the solar plexus, we're also learning the importance of no. Boundaries, really hard. Being able to have healthy boundaries with the people that we love, healthy boundaries with ourselves. These healthy boundaries are going to make our relationships with other people stronger, because they will know how to respect you. The thing is, most of the time when we get angry, 99.93% of the time, it's from you feel in some way a lack of respect. And chances are you haven't communicated that boundary to that person, or you've caved on it so many times that they were like, where's this coming from? This is coming from the 500 other times that I let you cross this invisible line that I wasn't telling you that's important to me. So I'm telling you now. And maybe we're not doing it in the right frame of mind, but it needs to come out. Anger can be a really good thing. Anger can be righteous. If someone is hurting your child, if someone is hurting someone you love, to be angry is not a bad thing. You can't go, please stop doing that. You can't. You have to have strength and power and confidence. This is important. If you can't say no, if you can't be clear on your boundaries, then people are going to keep walking over you. And I know this because I've let it happen. So if you think about this ladder that we've been working on in the chakra columns right now, the root chakra is about safety. It's about foundation. It's about feeling safe and secure. Once we have that, then we can start feeling good. We can start being creative and artistic. We can be intimate. We can have passion and creativity. We can have joy. When we're at the solar plexus, we can have light and confidence and, vibrance, and we could just be the brightness and the beauty that we are. Power has this dirty word, and especially for women, we don't want to be powerful, because powerful is connected to all of the shadow sides of the solar plexus, the greed, the hypocrisy, the narcissism, right? That's when people think of power, they think of the solar plexus blocked, imbalanced, overcharged, not healthy. But if you think of the solar plexus in balance and in harmony, then you're going to be strong and confident and beautiful with your own light shining bright. If it is underactive, you are shy, you are meek, you are trod upon, you are hurting, you are sad, you are depressed, you are feeling anxiety. The gift of being in the present moment is what the solar plexus brings to you. Think about the sun. When the sun is in the sky, the sun is unapologetic. So there might be some clouds that roll over in front of it, but that sun doesn't stop shining, right? That sun is bold and beautiful, and it will always be there. So in balance, that's what we're striving for all of these chakras, for all of these energetic centers. It's about how to be the best version of ourselves that we can be right now. We need safety, we need creativity, and we need confidence. We need to be able to stand in our own power and in our own light and speak our own truth. And if we do not do that, we will either explode or we will fall apart. So a healthy solar plexus is going to give you the confidence to really shine your light and really be the bold and beautiful version of yourself that you are meant to be. Now, with the solar plexus, I want you to think about all of the times that you've given your power away to someone else. And I want you to know that you can call that energy back into you. So let's do just a small meditation where we can focus on that light inside of us and calling it back in. So take a moment and just feel comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Send your beautiful etheric roots down from your root chakra into the earth to ground you. And feel that energy rising up from the center of the earth. Feel the energy moving up through your navel and coming to this beautiful disc in the center of your being. And I want you to think about that spark of creation that created you in this universe. Think about that moment when one cell split into two. and then 4, and then 8. And I want you to see that as a very beautiful, bright, golden ember in the center of your gut. And I want you to see this wheel beginning to spin. See this wheel turning with every choice that you made with your free will. And I want you to think about all of your experiences, every breath that you've had, every blink of an eye, every inhalation and every exhalation, how this light has been with you. And I want you to see this growing larger and larger and spinning all throughout your body until you are spinning like a large golden disc with rays emanating from your body, just like the sun. And now I want you to imagine that you are a sun looking down on the earth, seeing this beautiful earth of this beautiful planet of earth and water, knowing that you are connected to the earth and to the water. And those together create the light that is you now. And I want you to feel your warmth. And I want you to feel your warmth emanating from you and shining down on this earth, warming it, giving love and comfort to the people that you love, even to strangers. How beautiful your light is, how they need you. Every light is needed right now on this earth. And your light is needed right now. And I want you to think about how you can be this strong and powerful sun. But you don't need to give that light to anyone else. Simply by being the sun, they experience the warmth. And now look down and see that there might be ropes or cords around where people have been so attracted to your light that they've tried or maybe even successfully taken it. And I want you to, with love and compassion, see them as a shining sun and remind them that they don't need your energy. And with love and compassion, simply allow those cords to dissolve. Feeling your own power and light coming back into you. Feeling the disc of your wheels spinning stronger. And see how everyone's light is still safe and secure, how they are safe and protected. And see that they are safe and they do not need your light. See that every single person on this planet has their own sun shield disc, and it's beautiful. That by being powerful and beautiful and strong and courageous, you are being authentic and truthful to who you are. See everyone's light shining brighter, knowing that everyone came here to shine. And that by giving your light to someone else, it means that you don't trust them to shine as bright. give them the confidence and the blessing to shine on their own. And know that they give that to you as well. The brighter you shine, the brighter they will shine. And from this beautiful mountaintop perspective, just take a moment and see now all the stars in the sky as little suns. And those are everyone's energy on their own, bold and beautiful and bright. You can shine as bright as you desire. It will not dim anyone else's light. And by giving your light away, you're not helping anyone else. Isn't that beautiful? The brighter you shine, they will shine. And you can call back in all of that energy, all of that light back into you, knowing that that's where it's meant to be. Knowing that they will shine brighter with their own light than with yours. And see how bright all the lights get all around you, not just yours, but everyone else's. Because when you reclaim your light, you're giving everyone else the permission to shine bright. And now take this beautiful warmth and just breathe it up into your heart. Feel how warmth it feels to love, knowing that everyone has their own light. And breathe that light up to your throat, knowing that you can speak your truth and that everyone will respect you and hear you, and you will feel stronger because of it. And breathe that light up to your third eye, knowing that when you trust your intuition and your gut instincts, you will be closer to your divine path. And breathe that light up to your crown and see it emanating from the top of your head, shining bright like a beacon. And now look down at the planet Earth and see all the lights all over the planet shining bright, including yours. How amazing is it when we all stand in our power and we all stand in our light? And with that joy and gratitude, take a deep breath and feel yourself coming back into the now moment, feeling warm and beautiful, bright, powerful. And in your mind's eye, just take a moment and say, I am worthy. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of light. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy. I am. I am. I am. Take a deep breath as you are able and slowly start wiggling your fingers and opening your eyes and just feeling connected back in to your worthiness and your light. So that being said, this begins the solar plexus week. Think about your light, shining it bright. It's okay to be bright and beautiful. It's okay. And you can do it with kindness and love and still have boundaries. You can. And treat yourself with love and respect. And this week, know that you are worthy. And I hope you all have a beautiful solar plexus week. Thank you so much.